guys, today I will talk about October month and my planning on October. I have really little space here on my bullet journal, but I hope it will get better because I filled almost all of it. Usually I don't plan for a whole month, but only for like part of it. And this month I planned all of it, so you will see that right now. So first page is my Hello October page. As you can see, in previous months I try to be as creative as I can. Oh, this one I loved it. And this month is all about fall, so I try to put some leaves here and a donut because it reminded me of that donut. Okay, this is my monthly view here. I like to write down everything that I do during the day, like my plans, my big events on that day, and of course Columbus Day and stuff like this. Here is my, how is it called in English? Balance circle, I guess. I have 14 different spheres in which I like to check where I'm standing at, and let me show you. Last month I had that too, and I saw that job and friends spheres were lacking, so I worked on it, and this month I will fill out the new ones. I didn't do that yet. I will do that soon, but I'm just showing you what is it all about. Here is my October bucket list. I like to write down things that I want to see, to go, to try, to cook, whatever. And as you can see here, it was bleeding, but I wrote September list instead of October. That's the problem of copying from months before. Anyway, here I like to write down goals. I don't know, I have a problem with writing down too many goals and then feeling bad that I accomplished only 2 or 3 goals out of 12 that I had, or out of 36 that I had. So now I'm thinking to write only 3 goals of the month to make them main goals. And here I want to write down those 3 small steps for each of my goals, so that it will help me to start from something and not to be scared, because I love planning, but my problem is that I plan too much and I don't do anything. So I start to do things by step. And here is my gratitude log. I love to write down what I'm thankful for, at least one thing that I'm thankful for during the day. So I made it like a calendar, and I showed for myself that these days are Friday, Saturday, because in Israel it's usual. But since I'm not living in Israel anymore, I'm living in USA now, so it's very confusing, but not for me, only for others. Okay, these are memories of October. I like to doodle and to put it as a great memory, all the places that I've been to, all the good experiments that I had, experiences that I had. I love to experiment with doodling and with foods also. Next is my dreams. I love to write down things that I want to have, that I visualize. So I want to write them down in here on this page. And this page is Affirmations from Louise Hay. I love to remind myself that I am complete, I am at the right moment, and at the right place. And I write it down so that I will remind myself, not to fall in bad moods. And every time that I feel bad, I can look at here and, affirm that I am okay. Okay, this one is Compliments Bank. It's really important to remember what people tell you about you, but not the bad things, not the things that I hate you or something like that. Compliments bank is something new that I want to try. I tried that before and I really liked it. When you buy coffee and someone tells you, thank you so much, you're so nice, why not write it down, And when you talk to a friend and the friend tells you, wow, you're so pretty today, why not write it down? Once you write it down, and then you can read that you're not as bad as you think, because we love to, judge ourselves, that we're ugly, that we don't look the way we want to, that we're bad friends, people, daughters, sons, whatever. And this kind of list can start a new beginning of self-exploring and self-appreciating, because this is something that people say about you, so you can be more confident that I'm not as bad as I think. Usually we love to talk bad things about ourselves, but why not appreciate the good things that we see, because usually we focus on something bad, right? Also, this page is about my wins. During the month or whatever, sometimes you feel very discouraged, very unmotivated, but then if you wake up and then you feel like you don't want to do anything, but you're doing one thing that you procrastinated before and finally you're doing it, I think you deserve a reward. So you should write down here, my wins. This is your win. You did well. Good job. You can write it down. Good job, And then during the month, you will see that you're doing many things. You're not standing in one place. You're continuing to grow in any way. Like sometimes I write down that I didn't want to do anything, but I went and I cooked something that I didn't cook before. I write it down here because this is my win. I didn't want to do anything, but I cooked something and it went out really well. And it's one time that I, just tried and it went well. So why not? This is my win. I'm writing it down right now. And this way you will have a list of things that you can be proud of. And also, I think that down here, you can write down my reward for that. Do you like an ice cream? Did you want to go to a massage and you never allowed yourself? Here's the reason why you can allow yourself to go to a massage or spa or whatever. It's really important to appreciate yourself. So here is the ideal routine. I will write down more things about that. Ideal routine means things that we do during our morning that gives us the energy during the day, and things that we do in the evening that gives us better sleep, and better intentions, better time for rest, This is really important. I write it down here. I will show you what did I do in last month. Here you go. Water, vitamins, morning pages, read 10 pages of a book, stretch or work out Zumba. And in the evening, I like to clean 15 minutes a day. Plan the day of tomorrow. I write down 3 things that I'm thankful for. I'm telling myself good job for the things that I did, and I write down affirmation. I like to do evening walks, but this one I don't do every evening. I like to I have to try more face massage. This thing I didn't do enough. Brain exercise and Duolingo. I love that thing. This is part of my schedule on evening because it makes my brain think, and later I feel more creative that way. So here's the tracker. On the tracker, I will write down my vitamins and whatever. I still didn't decide what I'm planning to do, but I wrote down 12 of them because it's important for me to, learn from these what is working for me and what is not. All right, here I write down meals. Why is it important for me? Because I am a newlywed and I still don't know how to cook really well. So in that point, this kind of page indicates for me how many times do we eat outside and what do I cook, what works for me, what doesn't work for me. Do I eat a lot of snacks instead of meals, and this way I can see, do I spend too much money on food outside? Do I cook too much at home and it doesn't go well, so we eat snacks instead, stuff like that. Here I love to write down new places. I have kind of goal each month to visit 10 new places. Not necessarily with food, I'm just saying if I go to a new park or new coffee shop or new whatever, new state, new place in that state, new university, I love to write down that thing. This way I feel like I'm traveling during the month. Cooking, of course, I want to cook more. I write down here 6 bullet points of what I cooked this month, and of course I will write down here, and this is menu planning, what I want to try to cook and blah blah blah. Here is self-growth page. I love watching webinars and courses and make some online courses, and I love self-development. Everything that is helping me to grow as a person is inspiring for me. So every time I'm writing down the things that I want to learn and the books that I want to read, and it helps me a lot. Here I write down the book that I want to read. I'll show you what I did last month. Here was a book. It's in Russian right now, but you can get the point. I write down the content, table of contents, and the pages, and then I write down how many pages do I have to read and the dates that I have to finish the book. So of course I procrastinated, but I did finish the book today, so I'm very proud. So I will just color it, not right now but later. Anyway, this kind of thing is the book that I'm writing here. I just choose the title, choose the author, write the author, and then write table of contents. And every time I finish reading, I just color the pages that I read, the chapters that I read. So this way I feel much better about myself. Here I write down ideas for one-day trip. Since I'm living in New York but not in the center of New York, I have a lot of ideas where I can go. But sometimes when you have too much free time on weekend, you don't know where to start from, and you're ending up in bed all day instead of going out. So here I will write down a lot of places that I want to go to. Here I write down my insights of the stuff that I heard on YouTube, or maybe from someone that told me something. I love to write down this thing because sometimes we have so many thoughts and so many inspired feelings that we want to write it down. So here's the place for that. Since I love dancing Zumba, I write down here 5 favorite songs that inspire me to dance every morning. I love that, and I just write down. And here's my playlist of the things that I listen to the most, because this bullet journal has like 7 months, and I realized that I don't know what music am I listening to, so it helps me. Maybe that's the new thing that I try. Here I write down list of my Korean dramas, my movies if I go to a cinema, theater, and webtoons that I'm reading. I love Korean culture because of the webtoons and dramas and movies and everything else. So I write down here all the chapters, all the places that I read, it helps me a lot. Doodle page for fun. And I'm planning to visit Israel and Korea, so I want to write down the places that I want to go to, the people that I want to meet, because I might have only 1 week for each country, or maybe more if I'll have more, so it will be great. Anyway, this plan is not necessarily for October, but I love to be precise at things that I want to see. Otherwise it will just, flip over, and I will not remember what I wanted to go, where I wanted to go, who I wanted to meet. So it's a problem. And this is my weekly layout. That's how it looks like for, I have like 3 pages more left here. So I plan to do it that way. This is the monthly view, errands that I want to do, housekeeping stuff, like laundry and cleaning the pantry, stuff like that. My to-buy list with veggies or whatever, things that I read now. I still have the illusion that I will read more than 1 book a month, so I hope it will help me. Here is 10 minutes get it done page. I saw it somewhere on Pinterest. I don't remember who it was, but it really inspired me because there are so many things that we can do in 10 minutes, but we just don't. And I think we can write it down here, and it will give me feeling of accomplishment that I'm doing something good. Because watering plants doesn't take me three hours. It just takes me 10 minutes, so why not write it down, And here is my weeklies. I can show you. I don't know where it is. 1 second. Yeah, here it is. It looks like that. I write down just random things, and here is my weekly review. I want to write down things that I have to start doing, I should continue doing, I should stop doing, I should finish already. And these are hero moments. Super, super, super important for me. Why? Because so many things we want to do and we procrastinate all the time. So I found out there's a nice technique that's called a hero moment, which means that right now I'm sitting with my phone, scrolling through the social media, and then suddenly something pops in my head. I have to, I want to wash dishes right now or something like that. And then instead of just thinking of it that you have to do something and it bothers your mind for hours, you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you stand up and you're doing the thing that you plan to do. That way your mind will be clearer, and your feeling will be like, wow, I did that. I am a hero, And yeah, of course, then you can continue scrolling the social media, but this hero moment will be written here. It's super important. And here are statistics of Instagram and YouTube, because we have a YouTube channel with my hobby, and we just write down things that we want. And this is it for now. Of course, I did not fill in a lot of stuff yet, but today is the last day of September, so I should use that time to do this. So thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.